Members, I give the call to the member for Throsby.
Today I pay tribute to the life of Joan Yeo, who died in the early hours of the 9th of October of motor neurone disease at a house in Bowral. She was 72. She was surrounded by her husband Phil and daughters Claire and Fleur, and joined shortly thereafter by her son John, who flew home from London. Joan was a stalwart and a much-loved member of the Southern Highland Branch of the Labor Party for over 40 years. She was a dedicated member throughout the 70s and 80s, and even when the numbers were small and the finances were thin, Joan was always there to do her bit. She was a strong woman, and she was passionate about her politics and passionate about the rights of women. She didn't just talk the talk, she walked the walk. She was involved in everything over her life. She joined the Labor Party in 1972, inspired, like so many of her generation, by the Whitlam Revolution. And when the Whitlam education reforms gave her a second chance at education, she studied by remote education to finish a degree in French language at the University of New England. She achieved high distinctions and was awarded the most outstanding external student in her graduating year. They were certainly right. Joan was an extraordinary woman, an outstanding woman. Through her life, she worked as a teacher. She worked as a court officer in the Bowral and Mossvale courts, and worked for over 13 years as the assistant coroner in the Southern Highlands. She was the first female president of the Secretary of the combined Southern Highland branches of the Labor Party. She gained a place on merit on the hospital board and established the Southern Highland branch of the Women's Electoral Lobby, where she met her dear friend, Kerry Murray, who sadly also passed away last year. After being diagnosed with motor neurone disease in May 2012, Joan knew she didn't have much time left with us, but she wasn't going to last a moment. With her husband Phil, Joan used her time to learn all that she could about the disease, and she was going to ensure that the over 1,900 people who are diagnosed with motor neurone disease living in Australia, and close to 500,000 people worldwide, could actually benefit from her energy. For them, the cause is unknown and the treatment is currently minimal. Joan knew that it didn't have to be that way, so she participated in various research trials and awareness activities and support groups. When she died, Joan's memorial was held at the Badman Museum in Bowral. It was intended by over 100 people. And it's a great tribute to Joan that she was able to form and maintain many friendships over her long life. And I want to pay particular tribute to her dear friend Jan Merriman and her husband Phil, who helped me in the preparation of this tribute.
I thank the member for Throsby. It was indeed a terrible thing.